Sijawaita mambo ya siasa. Kuna siku tutaongea siasa. Leo mimi nimewaita mambo ya maendeleo. Niwaeleze mambo yenu mlionipatia nifanye imefika wapi. That is why we are here. Sawa sawa? Kwanza kabisa, tulikubaliana wakati huo ya kwamba tunataka turekebishe uchumi ya Kenya. Kwa sababu tusiporekebisha uchumi ya Kenya, maendeleo yote ingine haiwezi kupatikana. Kwa sababu pahali tunapata pesa ya kujenga barabara ama stima ama maji ni pale wakati uchumi inasonga mbele, ndio serikali inapata pesa ya kutumia kufanya maendeleo. Mnanielewa jameni? Yes, I must tell you this. Kwa sababu it is my responsibility. Kwa sababu tulikubaliana we must transform our nation. Kenya imechelewa kwa mambo ya transformation. Tulianza na nchi ya Singapore. Leo wako first world, sisi bado tuko third world. Na tulianza pamoja. Hapa katikati tulichelewa. Mnanielewa? Na ndio sababu mkanipatia hii nafasi. And I am not going to let you down. Hii nchi tutaibadilisha. Unajua ile NHIF ilikuwa na ubaguzi mkubwa. Mama mboga alikuwa anaambiwa alipe shilingi 500. Sio ndio ilikuwa lowest? Alafu mimi nilikuwa nalipa 1,700. Mshahara yangu ni 1 million. Mshahara ya mama mboga ama mama mboga ile faida yake yote pengine 5,000 kwa mwezi. Si ndio? Sasa niwaulize, mtu ya 5,000 unamwambia alipe 500. Hiyo ni 10% ya mapato yake. Sio ni 10%? Kwa hesabu rahisi. Mama mboga analipa 10%. Kwa sababu kwa 5,000 yake anapata kila mwezi anaambiwa alipa 500. Mimi ambaye napata 1,000,000, hao wabunge wanapata 800, karibu hapo wanapitisha kidogo. Ati sisi tunalipa 1,700. Yani percentage yetu ni 0.01%. Mama mboga 10%. Iko haki hapo kweli? Sio ni utapeli mkubwa sana? Sasa tumebadilisha mambo. Tumesema kila mtu akuje 2.75%. Mama mboga atoke 10%, akuje 2.7. Mimi nitoke 0.000 nikuje pia 2.7%. Saa hii mimi nalipa 40,000 kila mwezi. Nyinyi mnanielewa? Tumesema yule wa mwisho ambaye anaweza kulipa ateremuke from 500 akuje 300. Mimi nitoke 1,700 niende mpaka 40. Hao wabunge kila mmoja wao analipa 30,000 saa hii. Hao wabunge hawa 30. Walikuwa wanalipa ati 1,000. Watu wako na mshahara kubwa kama hawa ati wanalipa 1,000. Na sasa kwa sababu wanalipa 30,000, sasa tuko na pesa ya kulipia wale wengine ambao hawana uwezo wa kulipa. Na tuko na pesa ya kupunguzia wale wananchi wengine walipe malipo yao ikuje chini. Nyinyi mnanielewa jameni? Ndio mnaona napigiwa kelele sana na hao watu wanalipwa pesa mingi. Kwa sababu sasa wanalipa zaidi. Lakini ni vizuri walipe zaidi ndio tupate pesa ya kulipia wale wengine ambao hawana uwezo. Ama namna gani jameni? Na kupitia hii barabara ndio tutapunguza mambo ya harambee ya kulipa mambo ya hospitali. I am saying this with this passion because I can see the future and I can see a different Kenya. Many people sometimes accuse me of saying things that are not there because I can see them. Many people cannot see, but I can see a different Kenya. If we keep the faith, if we stick together, if we stay focused, if we are patriotic, if we are accountable. And that is why I agree with my CS, this man John Mbadi, when he says that
our detractors, we are not going to listen to you. On matters to do with SHA, the reason why we are unearthing the theft and the corruption in hospitals is because our systems in the SHA, the digital system, is now able to detect the fraud that people have carried out for many years under NHIF. Why do we have 30 billion shillings deni ya NHIF leo? Na tukisema wacha tufanye verification ya hiyo debt ya 30 billion, mahospitali wanaenda kotini wanasema they don't want verification, kwa sababu wanajua ndani pale iko wizi. And we are not going to pay until we verify, because we are not going to spend public money to pay corrupt people. Ama namna gani jameni? So we are telling the people who think the theft they were carrying out in NHIF watalete kwa SHA, nyinyi mnaota ndoto ya mchana. Haiwezekani. Hospitali yeyote, hospitali ya serikali, hospitali ya kibinafsi, hospitali ya kanisa, kama wameiba pesa ya NHIF, watalipa hiyo pesa. Kama wamelete corruption kwa mambo ya SHA, watalipa hiyo pesa na tutawapeleka kotini, kwa sababu we must be accountable for all the resources that the public have put at our disposal as government. Maneno ya e-procurement, kuna watu wengi wamezoea kandarasi ya ukora. Kitu ya shilingi 2 tunanunua shilingi 10 kama serikali, kwa sababu ya procurement ya ukora hapo, ya quotation na nini na nini. Tumesema tunaweka e-procurement. Wacha ijulikane imenunuliwa pesa ngapi na imeuziwa serikali na nani. Na mbona mtu wa shilingi 2 hakupata hiyo kandarasi, mtu wa shilingi 10 alipata. That is what we want to do. Mimi najua kuna resistance. Procurement officers, accounting officers, hawataki hiyo maneno kwa sababu wanataka kuendelea na ukora ya zamani. Alafu ndio wanaandika headline, sijui Mbadi, sijui 5 billion, sijui nini. Nyinyi na ukora yenu na maheadline yenu na ufisadi yenu hamuwezi kutuzuia kuhakikisha ya kwamba pesa ya serikali inatumika inavyopaswa. And we are going to implement e-procurement. There is no going back. Any official who is not ready to work with us in e-procurement, they can as well leave. Waondoke kwa serikali, waende watafute kazi nyingine. Look at what we have done. In 3 years, we have doubled our savings at the National Social Security Fund. We had 320 billion, now we have 640 billion. What is going to happen in 5 years? What's going to happen in 10 years? What's going to happen in 20 years? We will not be borrowing money from outside, we will be borrowing our own money because we will have enough savings. Look at what we have done in agriculture. We have cut down the importation of sugar by 70%. We have cut down the importation of maize by 70% because we have invested resources in production. Look at what we have done in education. Our struggling universities, today, they are on sound footing. We have hired so many teachers. We have transformed our education. Look at what has happened. Today, we are building 160,000 houses across Kenya, including 8,000 in Siaya County. Look at what is going to happen. What is going to happen in 5 years? Look at what is going to happen in 10 years. This country, good people, if we stand together, if we are focused, if we are patriotic, if we are accountable, this Kenya is going to change in our lifetime. And I am persuaded, and I am committed, and I believe that working together, we can change Kenya. Yes, we can change this nation in our lifetime. It is possible because we have, look at what has happened. Let me give you a bit examples. We have raised 300 billion shillings, not through any other, from our own resources for our roads. We are undertaking projects of 500 billion on housing, on markets, on hostels. Money we have not borrowed from anybody. Money we have raised from our own resources. Look at what we are doing in health. We are committing and we are spending close to 100 billion and another 200 billion in matters of equipment in our health. Money we have not borrowed from anybody. Money we have raised from our own resources. We have increased our savings by another 320 billion shillings in Kenya. Money we have not borrowed from anybody. Just imagine what we can do if we are focused, if we have a plan, if we are courageous, and if we know where we want to go. We are citizens of a great nation called Kenya. And this nation, it is our responsibility. It is up to us to change the destiny of this nation. What we have done to bring together people, to assemble a broad-based government, is because it is necessary for the unity of this nation, so that we can prosecute the most important agenda of development and transformation of Kenya when we are united and when we are focused in the same area together. Na ndio mimi nataka niwaulize viongozi wenzangu, what stands between the greatness of this nation and the present, between the future of a transformed Kenya and the now, is focused, patriotic, courageous leadership. That is what is expected of us. Na wauliza MCAs, wabunge, magavana, na sisi wote. As leaders, we have the privilege to be leaders in this nation. We must know that the destiny of this nation is going to be dictated by what we do, the plan we execute, the passion we put into our work, and the commitment and the accountability that accompanies what we do. Na ndio mimi nawauliza jameni, Kenya hii, there is no shortage of resources. There is no shortage of plans. What stands between Kenya and its greatness is bold, courageous, focused, patriotic leadership, as we have been told by the bishop here. And that is why we must stand together. That is why we must stay focused.
The other year, the budget was for Turkana, was in the whole budget was about 290 million. But this year, we have a budget of 5.3 billion ya Turkana. Kwanza kuna hii barabara kubwa ambaye tumetangaza tayari. Procurement inaendelea from hapo maili 9 to Kitale, from Kitale to Morpus, from Morpus to Kainuk, from Kainuk, Lokichar. We are procuring that road with money from Africa Development Bank. We have another 1.6 billion shillings could develop other infrastructure, cold rooms, na kusaidia wale fishermen wa pale to improve their capacity so that tuchukue ile samaki. You know, hapo Turkana ndio the only lake samaki inakufa out of old age. Nyinyi mnasikia? Yaani samaki inangoja mpaka inakuwa mzee inakufa. Na huku watu hawana chakula, So we must improve the facilities. You remember when I was in Tobonglore, niliwaambia kuhusu mambo ya stima. We have now, you know, the program of connecting the transmission line from Lokichar all the way to Lodwar is on course. We are spending 900 million shillings. Already the substation is being done, and we want to complete it by March next year. You should have power power from the grid in Lodwar town. But we have also allocated 2.3 billion shillings, amongst the highest allocation for rural electrification, and these good members of parliament, they know where we are targeting.
As stipulated in Article 174, devolution has come alive. It has fostered equity by distributing resources fairly and addressing historical imbalances. Many have been mentioned. Matters to do with health. Many counties, for the first time, had doctors in facilities. We've been told about the first cesarean session done in Mandera County for the first time under devolution, and many, many testimonies could follow. Since the birth of devolution 12 years ago, the national government has transferred a total of 4 trillion to counties. Today, every corner of Kenya has a functional county government, closer to the people than ever before. From our first day in office, I affirmed that devolution would not merely be a constitutional provision, but the crown jewel of our democratic governance. I pledged to accelerate the full transfer of all outstanding devolved functions as assigned in the 4th schedule of our Constitution, together with the requisite resources. This commitment was formalized during the 11th National and County Government Coordination Summit in Nairobi on the 16th of December 2024. Today, all 14 devolved functions have been conclusively delineated, unbundled, and formally gazetted, eliminating long-standing ambiguities that hampered service delivery and fueled intergovernmental disputes. To further underscore this commitment, 2 weeks ago, I signed into law 2 landmark pieces of legislation: the County Public Finance Law Amendment Act of 2023 and the County Allocation of Revenue Act 2025. In line with Article 217 of the Constitution, these laws reinforce the principle of equitable revenue sharing among counties, guarantees fairness in the distribution of national resources, and empowers county assemblies to play their rightful role and clearly define the respective mandates of both national and county governments. The national government is committed to support devolution by ensuring timely disbursement of funds and steadily increasing allocation to counties. Under the Division of Revenue Act 2025, we have allocated an unprecedented 415 billion to counties. As chairman of the Council of Governors, FCPA Ahmed Abdullahi has affirmed nearly 30 billion shillings more than last year's 387 billion. I know that my good friend Abdullahi has urged that we should enhance allocation to counties, and I have committed that we will continuously do that. But I also want to ask for the assistance of my county government leaders, the governors. The job of mobilizing resources is a very difficult job. As I mobilize resources nationally, I also want you to work with me and to assist me to mobilize resources at the county. Don't leave the business of mobilizing resources to me.
because in the process of trying to mobilize resources so that I can transfer more to the counties, I have acquired names, including Zakayo, and you know it. And I know no county governor wants to raise resources locally, although the law now exists for own source revenue. I would want to ask of you, governors, please, even as you urge me to transfer more resources, because I have to mobilize, also look at the opportunity to mobilize resources locally. Even if you are called Zakayo at the county, it will not make any difference. It is still okay.
We are reforming NYS itself. Recruitment is expected to expand from 20,000 to 100,000 by 2028. NYS is becoming a productive enterprise in agriculture, engineering, construction, textiles, and hospitality. It is ready. It is already producing maize meal, cooking oil, and fruit products, cutting costs and generating revenue. Soon, NYS will also award nationally and internationally recognized qualifications. We are also digitizing NYS operations through the jobs portal and the equipment hiring platform, while building centers of excellence such as the Leather Technology Institute with the International Labour Organization to match training to industry requirements. We have specifically and strategically positioned housing as a primary engine of job creation. Today, more than 160,000 units are under construction nationwide, already employing 320,000 Kenyans. In the next few months, this number will double to 640,000 young Kenyans. I'm talking about architects, engineers, quantity surveyors, artisans, plumbers, masons, carpenters, electricians, and all of them in between. To strengthen skills, 4,000 interns in the housing sector have already been advertised by the Public Service Commission. By January 2026, 10,000 interns, engineers, architects, surveyors, IT experts, and marketers will have been placed across housing projects, gaining practical experience to launch their careers. Through the Climate Works program, in which NYS plays a central role, we are linking environmental restoration to job creation. Young Kenyans are planting trees, cleaning rivers, and greening public spaces. In Nairobi alone, 45,000 young people are spearheading the regeneration of the Nairobi River into a green corridor. Soon, through countrywide expansion, this workforce will grow to 113,000, including in this county of Nakuru.